Hello and welcome to the 50-cent tour of Friday, May 3rd, 2013, TGIF, and I think a lot of the country is supposed to have decent weather this weekend, but be careful what you drink because right now Alex Jones is talking to a guy who was with the man who was arrested for drinking iced tea. So careful, careful. Know your rights. Don't let people push you around. Insist on liberty. And drink that iced tea. Feel free, please. As far as I know, there's not a lot. Please find a seat on the Liberty bus and we will begin our tour. Actually, better not to drink that iced tea because it's loaded with sugar, and as we all know, that's not a good thing. But it is lawful. It's your right under the law to drink it, even if it's unhealthy. Step-by-step directions for seeing who owns you and your children. This can help explain why they think they can tell you whether you can drink iced tea or not. Now, I did not go through this process, but this article describes a process by which you can enter a unique number from your birth certificate and find it on the stock exchange. So, as I said, I haven't walked through this process. If you are bored or have some time this weekend, it may be an interesting exercise, but I don't need to go through the exercise to know that this is true. That the whole reason that we have a birth certificate, that birth, B-E-R-T-H, and birth, B-I-R-T-H, are related terms, and our mother is considered the ship, we are considered the cargo, and when she delivers us, that's actually where the term delivery comes from. Our mother is a ship who delivers us, and the state claims ownership of us as cargo as we are delivered. And that is the reason for having a birth certificate. So if you're not opposed to home delivery, you may want to have your kids at home and forego the whole birth certificate idea. Putin agrees with anti-gun U.S. monopoly of violence promoters. The reason I bring this up is because in Benjamin Fulford's blog on Monday, one of the main points that he made was that the cabal had tried to make a deal with Putin to get him to go along with their plans. And when I read this, I kind of wondered if this is an indication that he has now become part of the cabal. He has been, in many respects, as far as I have read and known, been a force more or less against, I was going to say for liberty, I mean that might be an exaggeration, against the cabal in the world, and BRICS, Russia is a significant aspect of BRICS, and so hopefully this is not an indication that he is standing with them. Maybe that's just his personal opinion, right? We can hope. Gut bomb, that turkey burger could kill you, and here's why. This is really not as dramatic as it sounds, but I just included it just so you know. I mean, you can't eat a rare turkey burger. You can't eat a rare anything that comes from fowl. Any chicken, turkey, any kind of bird meat can have salmonella in it because salmonella lives in the intestinal tract of birds. So anytime you're eating anything like that, just cook it until it's completely done. There's no pink, and you're confident that it's done. No slime, no, you know when meat is done. The meat that was tested had all kinds of bacteria. We had contaminated with either fecal bacteria, which in the case of birds is salmonella, staph or salmonella. But they may mean something else here too, I'm not sure. Maybe they mean E. coli. Even worse, most of the fecal bacteria were resistant to one or more antibiotics important to human medicine. You know, if they include, I don't know what goes into what gets ground up for turkey burger, but if they grind up any part of the intestine, boom, you're going to have fecal bacteria in the meat. So there's a lot of buzz right now about all kinds of disease, plague. Alex Jones was talking about some deadly rat virus that was stolen from a lab somewhere, and you know, this potential for plague is always kind of on the horizon, and there are natural ways to keep yourself from catching something that most people are catching. There's colloidal silver. You can, if you get a very, very pure form of colloidal silver, you can inhale it through a nebulizer. It goes directly into your bloodstream and kills parasites, bacteria, bad bacteria. I think it leaves the helpful flora there. But there's also allicin, which is an extract from garlic that is extremely effective against MRSA and many other bacteria, virus, pathogens. And a few days ago I had an article that said 80% of our immune system, it comes from the helpful flora in our intestines. So if you have probiotics, right away you are better prepared to defend against something. But it's a good time to be thinking about what to have on hand in case there is some kind of a plague. Not to be negative, but it's just wisdom. Conspiracy denial in the U.S. media. This isn't news, really. You know, we all know so much about what all this stuff. What is really, I think, important is just to cycle through what we already know, so that we're better able to recognize things when they happen and better prepared to respond. So this is just, how the media goes along with the cabal. And even though you do find varying opinions within the mainstream media, it's mostly left-right. And I was explaining to my brother-in-law, the Amazon River, in part, there are actually two currents that run together, and the two different currents, there's a significant difference in the color of the water and so on and so forth. But it's all the same stream, and it's all moving everything in the stream in the same direction. And that's how it is with the mainstream media. Even though they may play people off of one another, there is an agenda that is moving it in a direction, and they want to carry us all along with them to that direction according to that agenda. So just continue to be aware of that and help other people become aware. This, I was astonished. IRS grabs man's tax refund to recoup Social Security's alleged $895 overpayment to mother 42 years ago. There are ways to opt out of the system. There is divine providence. There is one people's public trust. And it's not unwise to consider that. These people they have not only taken the gloves off, they've thrown the gloves away. They are going to take you for everything you are worth. And if you don't want to opt out, you better find a really mean tax accountant or tax attorney who is going to be willing to go to bat for you. And that is possible. We were once notified that we owed a couple $100,000 to the IRS, and by the time our accountant processed our information, it turned out they owed us 20 grand, almost 20 grand. So, you know, it is possible. They're anticipating that people will just pay them without asking any questions. And if enough of us stop doing that, it will no longer be profitable. And of course, we can always hope that the Federal Reserve and IRS will go away at some point, right? Monsanto, Nestle, patent human breast milk. This article is on removing the shackles, and some of the photos the images didn't make it here. I don't know, maybe they were nursing mothers or something. For whatever reason, they didn't load. But yeah, these people are trying to patent human breast milk. They're the same with the IRS article. You know, there are no bounds. There is no line that they will not cross. So we must be prepared to fight for every inch and make them fight, and stop letting it be just a matter of course that they'll always win. Nestle trying to patent the natural fennel flour. You know, what are the long-term implications of this? I don't even know. Like, what? People wouldn't be able to breastfeed their kids, or they'd have to give the milk to Nestle and then the Nestle would sell it back? I don't know what it's going to look like if we don't stop them, but they need to be stopped. This is just wrong. They want to own the fennel flour because I guess it can help. It's for nutritional interventions in humans with food allergy. So evidently it's helpful. So hey, while you still can, maybe you want to go out and get some fennel flour powder, if there even is such a thing. I'm guessing there is. But don't ever try to sell it, or they'll slap you with you'll have to pay them because they hold the patent, damn it. Oops. Success. Oathkeepers Jeffrey Earnhardt project raises over $47,000. This is the good news. Oathkeepers logo will be on fastwax.com. Jeffrey Earnhardt card this weekend at Talladega Superspeedway. You know, this isn't, I realize in a specific way this doesn't change anything, but in a general way it gets the message out there, and it's a show of solidarity, and I think it's great. And God bless him, God protect him, and all the other guys who will be in the race as well. Charles Hugh Smith, The Decline of Self-Employment and Small Business. This in itself is sad, and it's due to the IRS and other things. I mean, they have so many regulations. They've added a thing that if you file late as a business, even if you don't owe any money, it's something like, I don't know, $400 per month per shareholder, or $270 per month per shareholder that you're late filing. Outrageous. Just, shocking. And that's if you don't even have any obligation. So they're really pushing to shut down small business, get rid of small business. And that's a holdout of liberty, to be able to be independent and to provide more freedom of choice for other people, where they want to work, what kind of atmosphere. Large corporations are horribly managed. I should let my husband do a little thing about that, because he could go on for hours. And it is tragic for America to be losing small businesses. This would not be so tragic. Since I put the Earnhardt stuff in the wrong tab and forgot to leave it for last, this will have to serve as our good news at the end. The next MySpace, Facebook has lost 10 million users over the past year. And I hear a lot of rumblings that people are tired of Facebook with all the spying and potential for more spying and being constantly having your personality read so that they can market to you better. And who needs it? She Who Will Walk in the Dark thanks you for participating in today's tour and hopes that you have a restful, peaceful, and fun weekend. The dawn is coming. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Hoping that you will love one another, take care, and insist on liberty.